Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the MoviesMatrix channel. It's the place to be. You are watching December 2020's monthly must-see. I got Deibs right next to me, representing the East Coast. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, man. We just wrapped up Coco. I'm a little bit of a mess, but you know how it is, brother.
Hey, that does got some strong file vibes, man. My name is Lo, representing Northern California of the Bay Area in the West Coast of the USA. I said that all kind of jumbled, but we are here because we are highlighting all of the monthly must-sees for this month of December. We actually mixed in a couple of December releases last show, but that's okay. We got a lot of fun stuff for us, so we're going to kick it off with a few TV releases. With that being said, how was your day today, man?
It was good. I thought I was losing my voice earlier today, so I was a little worried.
Yeah, I was worried too.
Yeah, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to do the show tonight, but the power of a Tito's drink and a lot of medicine does wonders, bro.
Never underestimate the power of vodka. So I would say like the top story in TV streaming is definitely the Selena TV series, which I didn't even know about until like a day or two ago. But that's premiering this month on Netflix. Christian Serato, she's famous from the Walking Dead series. Very beautiful, of course, and she actually is quite a ringer for Selena once they get her in the outfit. I saw a brief trailer for it, and I don't know about you, Deibs, but I was a huge fan of the Selena film. And this picture, I mean, this series, I haven't got a chance to really see like the footage of it, but it looks interesting. It definitely has my attention. What do you think of this news?
I have no thoughts. I'm not watching this. I'm sorry.
Hey, no worries, man. R.I.P. Selena. I think she's wonderful, and she's got some amazing music. Yeah. And shouts out to all of her fans. The next bit of news I thought was really interesting as well. Apparently, there's a reboot of the Hardy Boys. If you guys aren't familiar, it was a famous young adult novel for like teens and tweens, mysteries, like these Hardy Boys solve mysteries and stuff like that. The Goonies referenced the Hardy Boys. It was something that those 80s kids grew up on. I'm not terribly familiar with the source material, but I love a good mystery. So it's one of those things where if I stumble upon it and I check it out, I wouldn't mind. You know, it has a little bit of my interest. Are you familiar with the Hardy Boys, Deibs?
Not so much. I wasn't into it when I was young, but I see where this could be a thing. You know, it's a mystery, got some supernatural vibes to it. I see where it could be a thing because you saw the hit of like Sabrina being such a hit for Netflix. I get it. I mean, we're talking about when we were making our list, there are bangers next month, not this month.
We got Amanda from the Six. What's up, Amanda? She's like, the Hardy Boys? People remember that enough to do a remake? I mean, I guess so. If you look at Riverdale, right? How many people really read Archie? Right. And Riverdale, people got into it because of who was in it. I don't think they cared about the Archie comics. So,
yeah, I mean, that's not my, like, we're going to get into our top five. That's definitely not directed towards me, but if you like it, by all means.
And our last bit of TV news, Euphoria is having a holiday special, which will air immediately after our Christmas draft this weekend. I know Amanda's excited for it. I actually haven't had a chance to see Euphoria, but I'm a huge Zendaya fan. I've heard a lot of like mixed reviews on Euphoria, but more so, it's more positive than negative, I think. Have you had a chance to see Euphoria yet?
I have no idea what that is.
So Euphoria is an original series exclusive to HBO Max, and like I said, Zendaya is in it, and it's pretty much a powerhouse flick. I saw a couple dramatic sequences from her where she's just really like putting it all out there. So cool. That wraps up our TV portion of the show. So now we're going to jump into what we think is our top 5 must-sees. You'll see me and Deibs' rankings later on, but we're going to talk about each film individually without you knowing how we're ranking them. And first up, we got The Midnight Sky, directed by George Clooney, also starring George Clooney. This will premiere on Netflix at the end of the month, and I got chills when I saw the trailer. I'm really big on space epics like 2001: A Space Odyssey by Kubrick, Ad Astra, and Interstellar by Nolan. And, I think George Clooney has a really good directorial background for this. He's done Good Night, Good Luck, The American, and so forth. His cast is also really exciting. What do you think about this, Deibs?
We're not doing our rankings yet. We're gonna save our rankings.
Yeah, we'll save our rankings for the end of the show.
Our rankings. All right. I saw this trailer last night and I was blown away. I mean, what did you expect, Lo? Come on, man. It's a movie about a father protecting an 8-year-old girl while trying to survive in this like apocalyptic frozen world. Like, I'm a first-time father. I got a 15-month-old daughter. Like, of course it's gonna like be on my list. Come on, guys. Like, I also like dug some of that Last of Us vibes with this one. So we're gonna get into that later. But yeah, I like it a lot.
And I feel like I haven't seen Felicity Jones since Rogue One.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see her and
George Clooney in a couple years.
And oh god, I'm blanking on his name, but the dad from Super 8, you can see him in the right corner. Overall, I love this cast.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
And I believe that that gentleman next to George Clooney was in Selma, right?
Yes. I mean, you're talking about Solaris, Gravity. I mean, George Clooney is not unfamiliar to space, epics. So I'm really excited for this one. We'll talk about it later.
All right, next up on our list. Oh God. Soul. Disney Plus finally pulled the trigger and decided to, oh Lord in heaven. Technical difficulties. Pardon the technical difficulties here.
This is what happens when you live stream. This is all real. This is not fake. It's all good, bro. You got it.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right.
Sorry.
Should we talk about Soul real quick?
Go for it.
I mean, I feel like we're going to be talking about that very soon. But my first note about Soul was I'm a huge Philly sports fan. And knowing that, like, Philadelphia 76ers, and I'm a huge Sixers fan, and they have played on Christmas Day the last 2 years straight. And I was so happy to learn, like, just 2 days ago that the slate came out for NBA games on Christmas Day, and the Sixers are not one of them. And Soul comes out on Christmas Day, and I'm sorry, Christmas music. We're going to get into this, but Soul, and another movie that's definitely on the list, owns Christmas Day this season. So 'tis the season, brah.
Yeah, so I didn't even realize Tina Fey does a guest, it's co-starring alongside Jamie Foxx on this. And as most people that love Pixar know, Pete Docter's behind this one. He did Up, he did Monsters, Inc., Inside Out. I think Pete Docter's one of those guys. He's one of the original 4, including Andrew Stanton, Brad Bird, and John Lasseter. And I think Pete Docter really knows how to tug on our heartstrings. Yeah, I think we're in for a. Have you had a chance to see it? I know some people had a couple screeners. Did you get a chance to see it?
No. I want to talk about it later, though.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, the whole idea of where our souls go and where we end up is really interesting. I think it's vibrant. I love the color scheme, and I can't wait to see it myself. Christmas Day is gonna be fun.
Yep.
So next on the docket, we got Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's the final appearance of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. Viola Davis also stars in it, and it's based on a stage play of the same name. I'm not familiar with the source material. It's directed by George C. Wolfe, but it's just enough to know like Viola Davis and Chadwick are in it that for the performances alone, I will be interested. And I'm really excited to see this. It's coming out December 18. How about you, Deibs?
It looks crazy. We'll talk about it later. It might or may not have made my list. The film looks really strong, but I honestly don't know if I'm emotionally strong enough to watch it.
I know what you mean, man. And, as an ex-musician, in high school, I did play in my jazz band. So that portion of it speaks to me as well. I love like big band types of like swing jazz types of like music, and especially in movies. So I'm excited to see the musical sequences for this as well. There's George C. Wolfe. Man, even just looking at the stills, man, it definitely tugs chokes me up a little bit. You know, it's sad to see that that's the last time that we'll see him officially on screen.
It's crazy. We'll get into that. We'll get into it. Sources confirm that it's in my list.
So before we jump into Mank, I didn't realize how many people are with us while I was tweaking out on our difficulties. How you doing, AJ? I need to watch Euphoria. See, look at that. AJ loves it.
All right, cool.
He says it is the perfect show.
I've never heard of it.
We have Todd with us. What's up, Todd? How you doing, sir? I hope everything is well. Love you, buddy. George Clooney's money ran out. That's why he's back. What is with this George Clooney slander? I did not know that existed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ma Rainey is such a wonderful surprise. Well done. Acting clinic. Excited. Yeah. Oh, so I guess Manda got the screener.
That's cool.
She's one of those lucky VIPs.
Jealous. Very jealous. Very jealous.
All right. So jumping from Ma Rainey into Mank, we actually highlighted this on our last show, but I didn't realize the release date did kind of like spill into December from November. But I raved about how excited I was for it. It's directed by David Fincher. Look at that cast: Lily Collins, Arliss Howard, used from the Jurassic Park films. I highlighted how Charles Dance is the villain in Last Action Hero with the glass eye. So I'm excited. I think you either hate or love. I didn't realize that there's some controversy with Gary Oldman, but I personally, like, as an actor, I appreciate his work. As Commissioner Gordon, as, you know, Sid and Nancy, like that, you know, Gary Oldman does it all, man. Fifth Element, The Professional. That guy's just he has range. That's all I got to say.
Sirius Black, baby.
Yeah, Sirius Black. You see, that's the one I always leave out. Like, you leave out the blockbuster stuff, you know?
So good. So good.
There's Amanda Seyfried over in the corner. I mean, I just love the way this is shot. I love the black and white cinematography. David Fincher, I mean, his filmography is iconic in itself, you know?
Yeah. Mank was my honorable mention, and I totally get why you love this film or can't wait to see this film, Loretto. Like, it's a salute to classic film, and I know you love your classics. Like, I'm just not a fan of that classic film. So this is down on the totem pole for me. But yeah, you nailed it, man. This one is The Signal, the return of David Fincher, his first work since 2014's Gone Girl. But we talked about it last time. It's the soundtrack, which is going to be so epic in this one.
Yes.
Helmed by Nine Inch Nails' Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. So these guys won Oscars for Best Original Score for The Social Network. And they also did David Fincher's Gone Girl. So what's really, really cool about this one is that they did the original score as well for Disney Pixar's Soul, which I think we're going to be talking about very soon. So it looks gorgeous, but that soundtrack, baby, is going to be a banger.
So AJ was asking about Ma Rainey. Yes, it will be on Netflix. And I know Amanda doesn't like Citizen Kane, but if she says it's equivalent, I'll take that as a good thing because I love Citizen Kane. Oh, I'm actually a big Orson Welles fan. You know, Third Man to The Touch of Evil with Charlton Heston. So that speaks to me. I think it's an acquired taste for sure. You either love old style Hollywood or you don't. And even if you don't, I mean, I think even you, Deibs, can appreciate the art behind it. So
yeah, Citizen Kane is terrific. Yep.
All right, and next up on our docket, holy moly, Wonder Woman 1984, finally coming home Christmas Day. Don't mind that June 5 at the bottom. And this literally, we're going to get into this on Sunday, but this sparked a revolution in streaming / theater.
Yes.
The way things will go forth. And I'm excited for it. I wasn't over the moon for the first film, but everything we've seen from the trailer at DC Fandom to all these beautiful first look stills that we got, it's just, they're really stepping it up from that first picture. It's almost like, I hate to make the comparison because a lot of people compared First Avenger with Wonder Woman, but it reminds me of that jump when First Avenger went to Winter Soldier. It just went to a whole nother level, and I'm crossing my fingers that Patty Jenkins delivers on that. I know you're excited for this, Deibs.
Yeah, I may or may not be talking about this one. I'm already geeking out. Quick nod, though, for kicking ass in the DC movie and TV draft. I picked Wonder Woman in the second round. Thank you, Patty Jenkins. It took me all the way to the championship. Good times.
Look, AJ is with us, or with you at least. I think that's for Wonder Woman.
Dude, it's we'll get into it.
Oh, man. All right, and then the final. Whoa! So those were our must-see fives, and as you can see, we actually got Deibs' ranking right here. Why don't you break it down on how you ranked all these upcoming films?
All right, so I'm going to go through my top five. We missed one there. We'll get to it. Midnight Sky. I already touched on it. It's already definitely on my must-see December list because I'm a first-time father. It's a father and like a younger girl like trekking their way through this like frozen post-apocalyptic world. It comes out December 23rd, and although like the Earth is like this frozen planet, like it's literally the furthest thing you could ever expect from a Christmas film. It's directed by George Clooney, who hasn't starred in a film since 2016. The screenwriter is Mark L. Smith, who also co-wrote The Revenant. So there's some of that, definitely like survivalist type of vibe in this film. And then most importantly, though, you know where I'm going low is I'm talking about the soundtrack. Alexandre Desplat. I can't pronounce that word. I'm sorry. That last name.
Duplou.
Duplou? I forgot it. This guy,
no offense.
This guy took home an Oscar for Grand Budapest Hotel, Shape of Water, also did Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, also did Fantastic Mr. Fox, The King's Speech, Imitation Game. It goes on and on and on.
He has an underrated score for Troll Hunters on Netflix.
Yes,
which is Guillermo del Toro's animated series.
Yes. Speaking of Guillermo del Toro, my favorite director of all time, he is doing his Pinocchio film next year. So I'm really excited to see how that kind of works moving forward. So that is going to be an epic score. Midnight Sky looks terrific. My number 5. We get the number 4, Rainey's Black Bottom. Obviously, this one begins and ends with Chadwick Boseman's last performance, which looks terrific, by the way. I just watched this trailer last night, and dude, I don't know about you, bro, but I don't deal with loss very well. Seeing him so thin in this trailer was really hard for me to watch. You see the weight loss, you see that beautiful smile, you see how tragic that freaking thing is, and it brought back a lot of emotions for me. So I have that 4th on my list. I'm truly not sure if I'm going to be able to watch it. Like I said earlier, rest in peace, King. You are so missed. Beyond that, Viola Davis looks incredible. I didn't even know that was her to begin with. When I saw the trailer, I don't think anyone is really surprised at that. Viola Davis is easily one of the best actors, period, in the game right now, and is produced by Denzel Washington. It has so much going for itself. But I don't watch movies to cry, man. That's just not my thing. And this movie looks like it's going to hit a lot of notes. And then we get the Monster Hunter number 3. I feel like this is directly made for me. Like this one has that like amazing combination of Transformers meets Reign of Fire, meets Raiders of the Lost Ark, like and all the above. So
am I imagining things, or is that Tony Jaa?
It is 100% Tony Jaa, and it's
what the F? I didn't know he was in that.
It's 100% Tony Jaa, and he's like the badass of the movie. Of course he is. I was late to the Monster Hunter party. I didn't get into the games until like a couple years ago, and I gotta say they are legit awesome. Paul Anderson directs this one. He's no stranger to video games. You're talking about Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil. Where the hell are we at with the Mortal Kombat reboot, man? I want a trailer. Give me the freaking trailer. I also love the Resident Evil movies. Like the Resident Evil movies aren't great by any means, but they're certainly rewatchable and they're fun, which is all I'm looking for this. Like I feel like this movie was made for me. Dragons, I'm an RPG fan, Skyrim, Witcher, you name it. Give me all the dragons. And I'm really interested to see how this is different from the games too. You saw like soldiers shooting guns at these things. Like it was like, whoa, there are no guns in Monster Hunter. So, but Diablos, Rathalos are in this. Do you ever play the games, bro?
Not at all. It's totally foreign to me. So
okay, Rathalos is a mother effer, man. Like that guy will get you like poison damage, and you're done. Like your health drains, and you are done. So you saw that in the trailer. It's going to be really, really fun.
Sounds intense.
Number 2, Soul. This looks like a masterpiece. You talked about Pete Docter, one of the best in the game. This looks like it has the same veins of Up and Inside Out. Just another super deep film, like that's going to ask a lot of big questions. That I just got done watching Coco, and my wife and I and my daughter like already cried. So this one, obviously Pete director. This is not a direct sequel of Inside Out, although it looks like it has a lot of the same kind of like vibes and themes and concepts. So considering how like imaginative like Pixar has been exploring the afterlife and all that stuff, like in Coco, like I'm just super excited to see that soul world in this kind of movie. So it's almost like it's going to be the Black Panther of the MCU. Like it's without a doubt going to celebrate the African-American culture. And the trailers really indicated that. Like it's unfortunate that it took so freaking long for Pixar to kind of jump on this, but it's really, really awesome to see that this is Pixar's first African-American protagonist. And as someone who loves films, I'm just excited to see how that music integrates. We see a lot of jazz compositions. We see, again, like I said, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross from Nine Inch Nails wrote the original score here. So combine all that together, between the real life and the afterlife, like that score, this soundtrack is going to be a masterpiece. And as excited as I am, I saw my man Leo had access to a review of this, and he's saying it's a masterpiece. So like I said, Christmas Day, it's going to be a banger.
I feel like between us three, we have very like-minded sentiments. So I think we're all going to be on board with that.
All right, and I'm not going to talk about Wonder Woman. I've talked about it ad nauseum. My number one, I've been waiting for it forever. 3 words: Cheetah, Max Lord. By far one of my favorite DCU films. Finally getting to see Cheetah live action is just makes it immediately on my top list for December. Fantastic villain. It's a dream of mine. I'm really excited to see how they balance the CGI and the practical effects. That is super key. Kristen Wiig's Cheetah is going to be really, really exciting. I don't know what else to say, but that is my top 5. Do you disagree with my top 5? Let us know in the comment section, guys. You're up, Lo.
Yeah. Look at that suit. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I pull up that still, I stared at it for a while. It's just so dang beautiful.
There is a warmth about Wonder Woman that I love so much. Like you see the themes of like love and family. I think that's why I love Shazam so much. Like Wonder Woman and Shazam have like one foot in reality, whereas like Justice League and Aquaman are like these epic films that you kind of get detached from like the heart and the soul of the film. So I really hope that Patty Jenkins like nails it again, and she will. She's terrific.
Yeah. So it's funny. We kind of flipped this on our head a little bit of like what you were excited for and what I was excited for. And for me, it mostly boils down to like December is award season for me. If I'm not watching Christmas movies, I'm watching Oscar contenders. I'm watching all the buzzworthy films. And like I was raving about Mank earlier, like there's just certain things where I connect with a director or I connect with an actor. And that's how this list plays out for me. So honorable mention to Soul. No offense to Pixar or Jamie Foxx or the story they're telling. It looks wonderful. The world building looks incredible, but it's just my hype for it just kind of has simmered down to compared to the other ones before it. We highlighted Sound of Metal on our first episode of Monthly Must See, but it's actually premiering this week. Okay. And I think Leo and a couple others got some screeners for it, and I've been hearing rave reviews. I know you were really excited for this, Deibs, so I had to throw that in there. It technically counts as a December release.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. This would have been in my list because this was my number 2, I think, in November. So that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's premiering this week, and I can't wait. It'll be on Amazon Prime, guys. Sound of Metal. It just looks so like soul wrenching, but it's a kind of story that as an ex-musician, it just speaks to me about, it's a drummer losing his hearing. And he plays in a rock band and stuff like that. It just speaks to me. I think we're in for like an Oscar-winning performance, possibly, or at least a nomination.
Yeah.
So, yep. Of course, Wonder Woman 84. I'm excited for. I went into length about Midnight Sky already. I went into length about David Fincher and Mank, but I had to put Ma Rainey's up number 1 because I just knowing it's his final film, it just catapulted for me. Yep. it's still tough to talk about. I think yesterday Scott Derrickson, the director of Doctor Strange, said he still can't believe he's gone or something like that. Or it still hurts. It still hurts to know Chadwick's gone. And
Yeah.
like coming from Scott Derrickson, who didn't even direct him directly, I think that says a lot about what Chadwick means to us and means to the world. So for me to see his final performance later on this month, that's going to be huge for me. And there's actually a lot of Oscar buzz around his performance. Amanda's raving about it, and she's not the only one. I've seen other people just saying how this is probably one of, if not his best performance of his career. And knowing like he went out on a note like that, again, that just elevates this picture for me.
Dude, I'm the type that like I will literally turn off the best movies about dogs the second you can foresee a sequence about them getting older or an upcoming death scene. Like, nope, I'm out. Like I will turn off the TV as soon as possible. Like this movie looks like a tearjerker.
So going back to your list, Amanda loves that your top 2 is Wonder Woman and Soul. I'm not sure what she's referring to here, but I'm sure we'll find out shortly. She said we are the same. I'm not sure what she does, but let's get back to that later.
I have no idea.
Todd agrees with you. Wonder Woman's his fave, along with Man of Steel and Shazam. Can't wait for Black Adam.
That's where DCU found its strength. Was the themes of love and family and strength. That's where they really finally got their footing.
Admittedly, like I don't know Shazam's like backstory that well, but I will say the film was a pleasant surprise. It was so much better than it had any right to be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be terrible.
I mean, it harpened back to like Superman. Like it has this optimism, hope kind of vibe that a lot of the films before it didn't have.
And then last comments until we start rolling out of here. What's up, Sonny? Representing the UK. He said December is stacked. Yes, it is. Just look at our lineup. Look at our top 5. And there it is. So she is also watching all the Oscar films.
What? Gotcha. Monster Hunter's going to win an Oscar, right?
Who?
Monster Hunter will win an Oscar, right?
Yeah, Mila Jovovich for Best Actress. Multipass.
Yeah,
Lilu Dallas multipass. All right. So that about wraps up our monthly must-see. You are on the MoviesMatrix channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button if you enjoy the show. Pardon the technical difficulties and the slightly delayed start. Real quick, before we get out of here, though, stay tuned on this channel next week. 5 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. your time, right, Deibs?
Yep.
So 8 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday and Sunday night, we go live. It's the Christmas movie draft. We're going to be taking the best Christmas films, making the best team in our eyes. Saturday has their own set of films that Sunday can't touch unless it's not drafted. Sunday can only draft from the Sunday list unless Saturday leaves some open, and everything else on the list is game. This is exciting. Are you ready for this, Deibs? Are you ready?
Santa!
I know him.
I know
him. Oh man, I can't wait, man. So tune in next week, Saturday, Sunday, and also right before the draft. Actually, we also have another episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. It is our weekly breaking news updates, and we have a lot to talk about, judging from the monumental news that was dropped today. But we will get to that on Sunday. So for Deibs, for myself. We'll catch you next time. Thank you guys for watching.